Hey, Mike here from Teeth for Eyes. It's time to go listen to the Roosta Show. Hurry up and start. Hello, my friends, and welcome to the Roosta Show, your favorite place for underground music. Today we have Tooth for Tooth for Eyes. They're from Portland, and we have Mike and Greg here.
No, Mike and Paul.
Mike and Paul.
Right.
Okay, doke. Hey, welcome. How you doing, sir?
Good. Good to see you.
All right. Salute.
Hey, you're in our band room.
Okay, we got him asked to unmute, it says. Okay, so we got to have Subcon go ahead and unmute. And so, anyways, welcome, Mike.
Yeah, thanks.
So, how long has this project been going on?
Well, that's kind of a weird. I mean, it's hard to answer. Greg and I have been, making music for a long time. And then when I moved away, and then when I moved back, we started jamming on some of these songs actually in like 2011.
Okay,
I
that's
know.
awesome.
And
Good stuff.
And then nothing happened with them for a little while, and we actually thought it was going to be our old band. That's how we kind of started the idea of like getting that thing up and going again, and then it was clear that that was not going to happen.
Okay.
And then we just didn't have a place to play. And then anyway, when he moved to a new house, and he has the band room, which apparently you're in. Um, we That's when we started going, okay, let's build. So I went over there and framed out a room for him and did the
Okay.
electrical and stuff, and then
Cool.
we started like jamming these tunes again. And then I don't know where Paul is, but that's where kind of eventually that's where Paul came in, because
How's it going,
we,
Paul?
Hey,
Go ahead.
yeah.
Good to have you, buddy.
So I'll let Paul tell that story, but eventually Paul we wanted to record these demos just to have a better quality recording of them, so we could kind of hear what we were doing and whatnot. And at that point, Paul kind of got involved, and didn't you say like, "Hey, do you care if I lay down some vocals over this stuff?"
No, Greg was like, "Hey, I'd be interested to see what you could do with these." I was like, looking at him going, "Bro, I don't know what I could do with uh with like 58 seconds worth of a song." Like I come from like long epics. Like I was in math rock bands that had like 15-minute songs, and post rock song bands that were like 15-minute songs, and
Yeah, no
emo bands
doubt.
that have 5-minute songs. I'm like, I don't know what I could say in 1 minute at like 250 BPM, but like
Yeah.
I threw a couple of things on um just like after we recorded their demo stuff in my house, and and like we just did like a rough demo, setting up drums and guitars and bass and just recording them live. And now that, I mean, like I had something on my computer, and I was like, do like I'll give it a try. So I did, I think, one or maybe two songs and sent it over to Greg, and I was like, I don't know if this is what you're looking for, but this is pretty much all I got. Like if if it's not what you're looking for, that's fine. Like no big deal. If you like it, like maybe we keep going. But I was like, I don't have like a lot of leeway. Like I'm not
Yeah.
like a savant. I can't just like come up with a million things. Like it takes a long time for me to kind of like grind through stuff. And once it's there, there's not much I can do about like changing and shifting. I'm not gonna like change vocal styles or whatever. Like, and he really liked it. Uh, so
Sweet.
I just started, he just had me start showing up to practice. And I think a
So you're the
couple,
vocalist right now?
yeah, yeah. So
Okay.
like, I think a couple practices, like I just came and sat and listened while they played some stuff. And, uh, because I don't think we even had a PA at the time or something to sing through at the
Right, right.
beginning.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was definitely interesting getting started, because
That's cool. Very cool.
it's not like in my wheelhouse necessarily,
Yeah.
but we've it's been cool to see how like it gels, so everyone's wheelhouse is kind of like meshing in together, which has
Yeah,
been
yeah.
cool.
So, okay, well, real quick about your project, I noticed you uh have some friends that are like from the Blamed and all that good stuff, and some Christian bands that you were affiliated with. Is this a Christian based project, hardcore project?
Well, I mean, I don't know, like there are.
Or just morally proper or what? What's the purpose? What's the goal basically of Tooth for Eyes? Teeth for Eyes. My bad. I said Tooth for Eyes. How funny.
Well, that's better than we
That's
get.
for those
We get
that only have one tooth.
Yeah,
right.
usually
Yeah.
people say eyes for teeth because they're, I don't
Yeah.
know. But I mean, like
No.
we have stuff like in the
So
lyrics
dumb.
that are referencing um Christian things, but we have plenty of stuff that's not.
Yeah,
It's kind of just an extension. I mean, even Mike sent me some stuff that we've incorporated into like lyrics and stuff. So, um,
yeah,
but
that's
We
it's
good.
not.
the way I look at it, I mean, there's 12 notes. We just
Yeah,
we're using those notes to play music that we like.
Yep.
There's a lot of music that's coming out now. And Greg and I are like, there's a few bands that'll hit us, but it's like, and we hear it from other people too. Like, man, I wish you guys would. I wish they're put out music like that was coming out in the '90s. And since that's kind of like all we know how to do, well, we got together and we're like, well, we'll put it out. So I mean, that's kind of the why we're doing it. I mean, it's a hobby. We enjoy making music,
of
Absolutely.
course.
whether or
Yeah,
not it's a Christian band. There's been a lot of you know talk about that over the years. Like, what is that? Am I a Christian woodworker? I mean, so yeah, it's,
Well, I
you
mean,
know,
you could be Christians and not have a Christian band. You know what I mean? Not
Yeah.
well,
necessarily.
yeah,
It doesn't make you a Christian band just because you guys are Christians. You
right.
know?
Well,
And
it's and it's stuff that's just like life, right? I mean,
Yeah, it's just
faith,
life.
yeah, yeah,
it's just
But
that's,
for us as Christians, it is a way of life knowing Christ. So,
right.
and all that good stuff. So I can understand incorporating a little bit of, but life is life, and there's a lot of turmoil in life. And today's day and age, boy, there's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of confused people and hurt people, and
yeah.
they need to be reached out no matter which way you look at it. There's
And the one thing that I bump into too is this style of music. It's kind of like a almost like a misfit when you want to talk about that subject matter,
yeah.
and a lot of people have done it, but it's like, I don't know. There's this. It's obviously it's very aggressive, and you know
Oh, I
that
love
vibe.
hardcore.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
so
These are my
there's
boys
a
right
little
here.
bit of that going on. Yes.
Yeah, yeah, blue collar criminals, man. I love those guys. They're from Arizona hardcore. Anyway, so awesome, man. Yeah, the hardcore is a great way to reach out to people because it's really in your face. Uh,
Right.
so yeah, definitely. So lyrically wise, what are you writing about? Basically, you
Oh,
said
just
life, and
yeah,
so kind
it's
of
just like a cross. I think we've got there's stuff like we have we have a song called Day Called X that Greg said was like super weird and and I was like, he goes, it'd be cool if we had like a song about like a dream. I was like, well, I made like dream notes the other night, and I was like, okay, so we
Hmm.
just put that in there. Or there's like a song that's like I think End of Time is like kind of apocalyptic stuff, but then we've got just like life stuff, being like frustrated and aggro and mad about like
yeah,
the way people treat us or treat me or whatever. Like
yeah,
it's just it's the gambit. It's kind of just what comes and what seems like it fits the tone and the mood from what like Greg and Mike are coming up
exactly.
with. So I
Yeah.
I
Or
do my best to like kind of keep up is really what
right.
it's.
Right.
Especially
One
at
one
our
of
age, right?
one of them
I'm
is like
53, so
just a
that's old
kid.
school punkers. I love the 90s too as well. That was my era coming up, the circle jerks and all that good stuff, and they still are. Yeah, I mean, I
Yeah. Oh
still
yeah.
love them. I listen to them all those bands still weekly. I have to. It's
Nice.
part of my life,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
So that's awesome.
Cool. Cool.
How's your band going? I mean, it's you guys are in Portland. How's the scene out there? Is it going? Is it very accepting to your project?
Oh yeah. Yeah. We play out a lot. We play, on the average of once and 1.5 times a month at local bars and stuff. And we've made a ton of friends, in different local bands. And then we have, Greg and I have some connection back to like you said with Brian Gray and the Blamed. He lives here in town now, and
Oh
so
yeah, I see
we
him in a
hang
lot
out.
of pictures. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we hang out with him, and we'll see a bunch of friends coming up here to play Thunderfest here in a couple weeks. So that'll be fun. We'll
Oh, what's
see.
that? I never heard
Uh,
of that.
it's a festival that a gal is putting on. She's from Tacoma, and NIV is playing Living Sacrifice,
Wish for
uh,
Eden,
Wish for Eden.
Blast of the
Yeah,
Rocket Man, Don't
yeah. So
Know, Squad 50, the Huntingtons,
yeah.
I
So
the
have
and
Blamed, the
the
Blamed's
blame. So
playing.
we
I have
and we
four of those bands on my show already.
okay.
Nice.
Yeah. So we go back
That's
with like
awesome.
Greg and I toured with NIV, so we know
That's
Jason,
cool.
and
That's
then we
awesome.
know the guys from Don't Know go back to early '90s with us when we
I
met those
love Living
guys when
Sacrifice. They're still one of my favorite of all times.
yeah, yeah,
I was a fan when the first album came out. I
right.
bought it and then I was addicted. That was like it
Yeah.
was like it reached my soul. It really did. Then all the other bands fell into place. Sacrament, Seventh Angel, Mortification, Deliverance,
Believer.
Vengeance Rising, and all that. And I just became a big fan of the underground metal scene, Christian metal scene. Absolutely love it. Yeah, I
Cool.
mean, yeah, it's a big. I'm a big fan of it. I got like a playlist that's like ridiculous, like
Yeah.
almost 3,000 tracks
Wow.
of that
Nice.
kind of stuff. Yeah, including all. I'm impressed with a lot of the new bands that coming out today. In fact, one of them I talked to today before I got on the show, Glay. They're a pretty good band, man. They got a new album out, and they were one to talk today. I'm like, no, I'm already fully booked. Got three bands today, so.
Wow.
But yeah, it's just it's pretty cool.
Nice.
Be a part of that. You know, I mean, I kind of was stuck on a bunch of bands that I used to listen to of the old school, and I kind of didn't listen to new bands for like a while, for like 10 or more years, you know, and then I come back, I'm like searching through all this new metal, and I mean, I was blown away. I mean, just mind blown with all the great new metal that's out there today. So it's very awesome. So
Cool.
yeah, man, yeah, definitely. So Mike, tell me about yourself. What's your main instrument, and are you the guitarist?
I'm the
I
drummer.
see a bass behind you. Oh,
I
okay. Well,
know.
that was all confusing right there. You have a
They,
bass and a regular
I,
guitar,
I'm, I've been around.
but you're the drummer.
I've been around the guitars enough throughout the
Uh,
years that even though they get
buddy,
super nervous, I like to pick them up and play them.
you know what?
But
Versatility is the key of the game, man.
right,
Really,
right.
it is, and it's also awesome because each instrument, you know, reacts to the bodies in different ways. You know what I mean? I mean, it's
Yeah,
just
that yeah. So I like
yeah,
that's what I mean. That's why I like to know the all the other parts, and so I can
definitely.
because it all affects each other. But yeah, I'm the drummer.
how
Um,
And
long
he
you been
killed
playing?
it.
How long you been playing drums, and what do you play? What's your main brand that you like? I started with Tommy.
uh, Yeah, I'm a Slingerland guy, but I like vintage American drums. So I have a couple of Ludwig kits and a
Ooh.
couple different Slingerland kits that I really like. And uh, let's see, I bought my first. Well, going back, I really wanted to play the drums, and my parents wouldn't have it. They did not want they didn't want a drum kit in the house, so they forced piano lessons on me, which I didn't practice and wasn't into it. Uh, so it wasn't until I got out of high school and moved out that I bought my first drum set, and then and and that's so that was 1987, and then
Oh wow.
Greg and I started like hacking away at it with both of us just basically learning on the fly, just getting together and just continuing to slam these instruments until we could make something of it. And
Yeah,
3 or 4 years into that, that's when Empty Tomb started, and then Empty Tomb morphed into Crux, and we were on our way.
I like Crux. Yep, good stuff. I have, yeah, I have a Crux album somewhere. And but yeah, what I was gonna say is I had a drummer from a metal band that said that he kept getting in trouble at home, basically for doing playing drums, you know, and being rowdy at home and being so
Yeah,
loud, you know. So he got himself an electronic drum set, so he could just put the headphones on and then try to practice on that. So that,
yeah,
but then when he gets to the studio, then he does the regular drums, you know.
right.
So I don't know. When you're a family man, I think life, you know, you have to adjust around the family. You know what I mean? Your main
I
support.
yeah, well, I do. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
so
now we go to Greg's and make all sorts of noise over there.
that's good stuff. Have you ever
Yeah,
tried a electronic drum set?
I have not.
What do you think about them?
It's not the same.
It's not the
It's
same.
not the same. I get it. They work, and I get it in different settings where they want to control the stage volume. It's
Yeah,
excellent for that. I admit it, and they have gotten better over the years at like sensitivity and different aspects of them. It's better than it was. But yeah, I started in '87. They basically had, maybe Simmons was out at that point, and
Yeah,
they were like the hexagon pads back when they very first started.
I
So
know exactly what you're talking about. Yep.
yes,
I,
I like real drums
yeah, I saw
and
this
lots of them.
real quick, and then we'll get right back to you, Paul. Is I saw a little video clip of this guy that was a drummer that had an electronic drum set. He put different fart noises on each drum pad and stuff, and it did a full song on doing freaking fart sounds
That's
for the drum.
attractive, I'm sure. Yeah,
It was pretty funny actually. It was pretty funny. It was good. The whole time he's like laughing his head off, like I, it was almost like
well,
they messed with him. I bet the outcome. What happened was probably they came and changed the settings on his drum pads, so he
yeah,
went to his drum pad to go play, and it's all fart sounds. Oh,
nice.
so funny. So tell me, Paul, tell me about you, buddy. Are you just mainly a vocalist, or do you play other instruments? I like your pipe, by the way. That's
Oh,
really
thank you.
nice. Thank you.
Yeah, no, I played I started off on guitar and vocals in bands when in high school and stuff. I came back from college. I bought a bass and joined a math rock band that did like we played just a ton for like 5 years, played at Tom Fest,
Huh.
played at a bunch of those.
I
Um
heard of Tom Fest. Yeah.
we did
Okay.
I've done acoustic solo projects, I've done shoegaze bands. Um uh before joining Teeth for Eyes, I just had put my previous project on hiatus, but it's a emo band that's been around, like a 90s era emo band.
Mhm.
Um but I mean, where I write pretty much everything.
Great.
But
Okay.
I
Real
I
quick.
play drums, play guitar, play bass,
Oh,
sing,
awesome.
write, record, all that
Awesome. So
stuff.
you're a jack of all trades, basically. Good job. Good job, man. I was gonna ask real quick. I know shoegaze. Okay, that phrase. Do you know where that came from? What is that? I know like Slick
Hmm.
Shoes is a shoegaze band type stuff.
No,
There's,
no,
you don't think
no,
you
no,
don't
no,
consider
no,
Slick
no, no.
Shoes? Oh,
No,
I thought they
no,
were listed under that.
Slick Shoes is a pop punk, I would say, but
Okay, pop punk.
shoegaze,
Okay.
it came from the 80s, late 80s, early 90s in England. But it's like bands like My Bloody Valentine.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
it generally was a derogatory term because it's very slow, and they tend to have a lot of pedals, and so you spend a lot of time looking down. It's very slow. It's very loud, very loud.
Hmm.
A lot of wall of sound, cover every frequency kind of thing.
Okay. I
But
can understand that.
but generally slow and arty and loud. It's generally
Hmm.
speaking. So,
Wow. The only band that really came to my head was Godflesh. Remember Godflesh?
mm-mm.
They're a industrial band, but they do really slow mechanic drums, and loud, loud guitar and fast, loud guitar, and yeah,
Yeah, I had an
they're
industrial
pretty
band.
intense. They're
I had an
good stuff.
industrial band for a while there, for about a year or so. So
Yeah, I love industrial.
I love some industrial too.
Yeah, I do too. I think it all has their own little place in life. Like I love to dance, so I mean that's what got me into industrial was going all the dance clubs in California, and but before that I fell in love with goth rock, but before that it was punk rock. So
Nice, nice.
yes, I love it. I love it. I love underground music because I don't know. I get annoyed with today's radio stations and all that. With it's just a lot of fake, a lot of
I don't
fake
think I've
people.
even listened to the
You
radio
know,
in probably a decade at this
I only
point.
do it because they throw it on the job site. They're playing it.
Yeah, no, I
I
know
have
what you
to
mean.
I have
Yeah,
to deal with it.
yeah.
But it was funny. Like yesterday at work, I had this crew that was on another house, just playing their it was Hispanic music playing really loud. So I put on my punk rock mix, man, and was just going at it the whole time, facing them, of course, so they could hear it too and enjoy it like I was. So that's what I did all day. Play punk all day, man. It was awesome. I loved it. And then I had my crew over there playing hip hop and country. It was like a mix of
Okay,
hip hop and country. Okay, whatever. Anyway, so well, quick, Mike, how you doing, bud?
good.
Okay, what were some of the your bands that you grew up liking and respecting that got you to want to become a musician?
I would say there was a time I was in eighth grade on the school bus, and I can still remember it to this day. So I don't know who this kid was, but he had a boombox on the bus in the back, where we would sit, and and Paul's going to roll his eyes, but the kid put on. I didn't know who it was, but it turns out it was Rush 2112,
Oh,
and I was like, I had never heard anything like it. I was like, what is that? And it starts out with like 4 minutes of no vocals, which kind of is good if you haven't heard Rush before, because the
yeah,
vocals, it's like takes it to a whole nother level. But
it does.
I was listening to like what the drums and the bass were doing, and they were doing all this busy stuff, but they were just locked in. I had never heard anything like so articulated like that. And that literally from that moment, I went down to a record store in downtown Portland. I'm looking through like, where is this band Rush? I got to find about these guys. And I didn't have a whole lot of money, but there was All the World's a Stage, and it was used. And I'm looking at it. And I'm like, okay, it's a double LP. I get more music for the dollar. I'm going to buy that one. And I took it home, and I would put that record on just an insane amount of times, and just like really went to school, uh, and uh, and would listen to like what all the instruments were doing and how they were interacting with each
Yeah.
other, and like, oh, I see, he plays the kick drum when he hits a cymbal, and like, oh, that was
Oh,
cool
wow.
how that's cool how he started to change before the other guys even were there yet, and he's setting them up for that next
Yeah,
section. I
exactly.
mean,
Yeah,
I was learning even though I hadn't started playing yet. So
that's cool.
Rush, I would say the Police, even like, and then really Scorpions and Judas Priest were huge at that time too. Like the Blackout album for Scorpions and Defenders of the Faith.
Yeah.
We just wore those out, and so I grew up listening to that stuff. Um, oh, I don't know where I was going, but oh well, the thing that really took it all over was I went into the Metallica phase, and I didn't really get it at first. I was like, I don't know, it's too fast. And I would hear like "Fight Fire with Fire" or whatever, and I'm like, that's I don't know, I don't get it. And then I heard "For Whom the Bell Tolls," and I'm like, okay, I think I understand where these guys are coming from, and
Okay, yeah.
that's what and then that you know going. I'm all shooting all over the place, but Greg had a Nobody Special tape, and then the first Crucified record came out.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah.
and
Awesome
that's
album.
yeah, and that's where it started to be like, okay, we need to we need, and by that point we had started to try and hack our way through making our own music, and but that's I would say that's kind of the all
Yeah.
those different
So what
avenues
got you
is
guys
where
into hardcore? I mean, that's a lot of metal bands there, but
yeah. Uh,
yeah, go.
Well, hardcore and like more like intricate metal, for one thing, is a little bit harder to play. So
Yeah,
we would start out with like more like simple stuff,
yeah,
but when we heard a couple of different bands doing that, we were like, oh, maybe we could do that, and that's kind of
yeah.
how we got our foot in the door, you know.
Cool. Were you ever a Suicidal Tendencies fan as well?
I just remember all I wanted was a Pepsi.
That's true.
She
He
wouldn't give
did.
it to me.
That's all he really wanted. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, yeah.
That's awesome. Paul, so what's going on, buddy?
Hey,
So you're the main songwriter, huh? What
lyrics in
for
this
lyric?
band.
Yeah.
In this
Okay.
band.
All right. So what what drives you to writing the lyrics? Like as far as like, is there certain inspirations you get? Um, you know, like
Well, I
what
mean,
inspires you the most?
like, it's just, it's kind of what's going on in my brain at the time, or what kind of seems like it fits. I mean, like, we have a song about how I got hit by a car while I was on my bike. We
Ooh.
there was one time, I was like, man, I don't really know what to. I'm trying to think of something to write, and I'm like, I can hear the melodies, but I'm like, and Greg's just like, think about something you're mad about, and I was like, oh, okay. I don't know. It's just like it's
Like
kind of
Peter
just,
Griffin says, man, what really grinds my gears,
yeah.
something like that.
So, yeah.
Love
I
that.
mean,
So funny.
it's just any and everything that kind of comes up at the time. It's gonna. I mean, if you looked at like maybe even the like sort of log of as the songs were written. I mean, would be like a catalog of stuff that was going through my head at the time. It's not like there's no like overarching
Yeah.
like goal. It's mostly just just try and say something that's inspiring, that I feel inspired about. Like, like, oh, I'm like, we're working on a song that's like, it's pretty a lot of just like kind of anti-war stuff. So I'm like,
Yeah. You
that's
try to stay away from
I'm just
politics and all that stuff,
I
or
don't know about we're not there's nothing like there's not enough detail to even address politics per se, but
that's
like
good.
but I mean, we can be anti-violence, we can be whatever, but we can also like talk about like just life, or I mean, the one that Mike sent over is like this crazy Scottish like what was it, like
Folktale.
a folk tale,
Yeah.
and like it'll be just like this wild like folk tale in it, so
Oh, that's awesome. How many albums do you guys have right now?
we've got the EP, the first EP, and then we have the full length, which is Minds Along the Strand, which we also will have that's been out for like I don't know what, like a
Oh,
year,
pretty much a year. Yeah.
almost a year, I think. But City Manic is gonna Records is putting it out on vinyl here pretty soon, so we'll be their third release. So
Great.
which will be cool. We'll be right behind like I think the Israelites and like Lust Control or something, I think.
I love
So
Control. I love them.
yeah,
Planned Parenthood ain't no good.
uh yeah, he's gonna put that on vinyl, three color variants, which will be cool.
Hmm.
But that's coming soon. I printed all the inserts myself, and we should have test pressings, I think, pretty soon. So it's exciting,
Good for
and
you
then we've been,
guys.
and what where I think we're at like 10 10 songs in the docket of stuff that we're working on right now. So, you know, just
That's
First
grinding
sweet.
release
along.
coming up. Yeah. By the end of the
Yeah.
year, right, Paul?
Yeah, right. I'll do my best. I'll do my best. Like I said, I'm trying to keep up. That's all I can do.
So, you guys are on all the main platforms like
Hmm.
Yep.
iTunes and
Yep.
Spotify, all that good
Apple
stuff,
Music,
Bandcamp,
and yep, Bandcamp, everything. We're
and
on
you got
everything.
merchandise on Bandcamp. Or how can
No,
people buy merchandise if they want
I,
to purchase some?
generally at the shows,
Okay, go
but
to show. Or could they contact you and have them sent?
yeah,
Yeah.
Mike usually
Yeah.
deals with that.
Yeah.
Okay, so they
Through
can reach you on Facebook, of
Facebook
course,
and Instagram.
and
Yeah.
Instagram as well. Okay, wonderful. Do you have music videos or a YouTube channel?
We do
as
have a
well?
YouTube channel. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's mostly
there's
just live stuff.
yeah, live stuff. We've never filmed an actual video.
And your albums are posted on there as well?
To
Because
YouTube
usually you
Music.
can put, yeah, usually you can put your full length albums on there as well. So awesome. Good for you guys. I'm happy for you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Thanks.
looking forward to your new stuff, man.
All right.
I did listen to some of it. I have it on iTunes, and I was really impressed. And
Nice.
yeah,
Thank you.
looking forward to that. Guys, you got really getting to work with some good people like Doug, Lost Control. Wow, those guys are funny. He's a funny guy. He came on my show and came on with a mask, looking like Rey Mysterio. It was awesome though. I love that guy. Doug is amazing, dude. He's so funny. But he does a lot, man, for Heaven's Metal and all that good stuff.
Oh, right.
I'm really impressed with what he does. So much love to Doug.
Yeah, yeah. He's kept the thing going through the years.
Really, really
Right.
proud of him. Really
Yeah.
proud of him. I mean, that's a lot of work.
Yeah.
So what label are you gentlemen on?
The vinyl is on Steady Manic, and the CDs and stuff are with Chiron Collective.
Oh,
So
are
and they
are
have
they Portland based or something like that?
no,
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 there's
I
who do they
never heard of
have?
either one of those companies.
Um
Huh.
the Corone, I forget where he's out of. Texas,
Ah,
maybe, maybe.
very
He
cool.
he has a bunch of he does a number of releases. I'm sure you've
Yeah,
probably seen it.
I probably
yeah, he's
have.
some industrial, lot of really heavy stuff.
Hmm.
Um
Awesome. And who
but
does some of your logo designing, by the way, while you're figuring
Uh,
that out, Paul?
I did the one that's the graffiti looking one. I do a number. I do quite a bit of artwork,
That
and then
one?
the one yeah, the one that, and then if you lean the other way, right there, that more blocky style one, John Nissen did that for us, and
yeah.
you know, he did the tooth and nail logo and the MX, bunch of work for MXPX over the years.
Ah,
Blenderhead.
Right?
I love
Yeah,
Tooth and Nail Records, man.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they had some good stuff, man. I've been around, listening to them, that will following that record label for quite some time.
Right.
So yeah, since the beginning. Yeah, awesome, man. That's still good to know that they're around still. I mean, it really is. There was a lot of Starflyer 59, a whole bunch of bands that came from
Oh
that
yeah.
that I really became a big fan of. Yeah, definitely, man. That's so cool.
Cool. Cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
definitely. Yeah. So, so you said we're expecting your album coming up, what, beginning of next year or something
Yeah,
like
right.
that? Is that what you're thinking?
Should
We're gonna
be.
Yeah, we're waiting on I think we're just waiting on the test pressings to come back, and then we can get on whatever this as soon as I get its approval, then we'll get on the schedule and
Right.
That's
figure out
sweet.
when that's going to come out. So, but that should be coming very soon. So
You
they've been in process.
and you guys got a bunch of shows coming up, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
we have a couple in
Good for you.
September, and then throughout the end of the year, we already have some stuff scheduled.
That's great. Good for you guys. I'm really happy for you,
Well,
and I
thanks.
really hope for the best for you guys. And just keep pouring your heart out, man. Do what you need to do. Be an example. A light on a
Right.
hill, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Light on a hill, man.
You know,
Dark age, man.
somebody's got to do it, right?
Yeah, definitely. Somebody's got to do it. Yeah, definitely, man. Unity and love in this punk scene, and we just got to support each other. And like it says in the word, iron sharpens iron. So
Right, right. And
definitely,
for us, it's kind of cool being involved with these other bands in the Portland area. And they're not necessarily religious or whatever, a Christian
yeah,
band. They're just
exactly.
so we're in there like scene, and being able to interact with them, and they're all just great people, really
Yep.
nice
Yep,
folks, and that we get to
And
build
very
relations
supportive.
with them. Yeah, super
Yeah.
yep.
supportive. Yeah,
That's good.
it's not like the '90s. It's not edgy anymore. Everybody's nice.
That's awesome. Well, good for you guys. We got like 2 more minutes left. Anything you guys would like to say? Any shout outs or anything
I
to
don't know.
anybody to say thank you
Just
for this?
yeah, just anyone that's been digging what we're doing. You know, we appreciate the listens, or you know, when you're streaming, or you know, if you can buy a shirt or physical copy, you know,
Yeah,
it helps us. You know, throw some stuff in the budget for, you know, more recordings and whatnot. But it's in the end of the day, it's a hobby, but we enjoy, you know, making music, and the fact that people, you know, some people actually dig it. It's just
yeah.
an added bonus. Yeah.
It's nice to get stuff off your chest as musicians, anyways. Is it
Yeah.
just
It's really,
burdens
yeah.
us, holds us down, weighs us down if we don't get it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. It's
So
easy to take it for granted because it's like something that I've always done, but I realize that and I appreciate the you know the ability to have some shows and go actually play in front of
yes,
people. Yeah, yeah,
right on. Hey,
yeah.
Paul, how about you, bud? You got like 40 seconds.
Well, you know, we just we've played with a lot of really cool guys and a lot of cool people and a lot of cool bands, and I don't know. I mean, um I really like the community that's building up in
Yeah,
Portland, and
there's been a good unity between punk rockers, secular and Christian. I mean, it's been a great unity, and I'm grateful for that too.
yeah,
Yep.
a lot of the snooty hipstery stuff has kind of gone by the wayside a little bit, and so it's more of like a mutually building up community. So that's been really cool.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much, Paul. Thank you, Mike. We have teeth for Abby. Yeah. There I go again. I almost
Come
said tooth,
on.
but teeth for eyes here on the Rooster Show. I'm grateful for you guys. Thank you very much. It's almost a tongue twister, but I like it though. Very catchy. You take care, gentlemen, and I
All
appreciate
right.
Thank you.
you once again. Have a
We'll
good
see
one.
you.
Yep.